Camping here felt unreal. The kind of place that makes you stop mid-step, forget the noise of the world, and just breathe. Before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe, because moments like this deserve to be shared and you don't want to miss the next one. It started as an ordinary drive. Nothing special, just another long stretch of road winding through forests, hills, and places that appear on maps but barely exist in real life. But then the trees opened, the light shifted, and suddenly we were staring at a landscape that looked like it belonged on a different planet. Golden light spilled across the valley, the air felt untouched, and the silence wasn't empty, it was alive. And that's when we knew we had to camp here. Setting up felt like stepping into a dream. The RV door opened to crisp air that carried the scent of pine and fresh earth. Every sound felt sharper, like nature turned up the volume just for us. Even the gravel under our boots sounded different, softer, more deliberate, as if it was welcoming us in. The sun hovered low but bright, painting everything in soft amber. Trees stretched tall and still, their shadows creating patterns on the ground like nature's own artwork. Time didn't feel like it was moving. It felt like it was waiting. The best part of RV life is finding places like this, the ones you never planned, never expected, and somehow will never forget. There's something magical about stumbling onto a spot that feels untouched. A place where the world slows down enough for you to appreciate the tiny details, the way the breeze moves through the branches, the gentle hum of insects hidden in the grass, the distant call of something wild you can't quite see. Here, those little sounds weren't background noise. They were the soundtrack of a place completely alive. As we set up for the night, everything felt effortless, no rushing, no stress, just the quiet rhythm of unfolding chairs, leveling the RV, lighting a small fire, and letting the moment wrap around us. The ground had that perfect spring to it, soft enough to feel natural but firm enough to walk on without sinking. Even the firewood seemed ready, dry, clean, and eager to crackle. It was like the world was cooperating for once. The view. It was unreal. Mountains in the distance, layered in deep blues and purples. A lake shimmering like a sheet of glass, reflecting everything above it. Clouds drifting slowly, painted in shades of orange and pink that seemed too perfect to be real. I've seen sunsets on screens and photos, in movies, but nothing compares to watching the sky change right in front of you, uninterrupted and raw. You don't just see it, you feel it. You feel the temperature drop a little as the sun sinks. You feel the shadows stretch across the ground. You feel the shift from day to night in a way that's almost spiritual. Dinner tasted different out here, richer, cleaner, somehow more honest. Maybe it was the smoky air, maybe it was the quiet, or maybe it was simply being fully present in the moment. Every bite felt earned, every sip tasted like part of the place. Even the simple things, packing away dishes, wiping the table, tossing another piece of wood onto the fire, felt meaningful. Nothing rushed, nothing forced. The night sky arrived slowly, revealing itself piece by piece. First the faint glow of the moon, then the first bright star overhead, then dozens more, and then suddenly the entire sky was scattered with light. Away from cities, away from noise, the stars looked like they were hanging lower, closer, as if you could actually reach up and touch one. The Milky Way cut across the darkness like a river of light. It didn't feel like a sky at all, it felt like a window to something infinite. We sat beside the fire long after the flames settled into glowing embers. The crackling logs, the cool night air, the distant sound of water lapping against the lake. It all blended into something peaceful, something grounding. It's funny out here, you don't feel small the way you do in cities. You don't feel insignificant. You feel connected, you feel like you belong to the world again. And then came that moment. The moment every camper knows. That instant when the fire goes quiet, the air becomes still, and the night becomes so silent it almost feels sacred. It's the kind of silence you can hear. The kind that slows your heartbeat and makes your breathing softer. The kind that reminds you that real peace doesn't come from things, it comes from places and from moments like this. Inside the RV, the warmth wrapped around us as the cold settled outside. The soft glow from the lantern lit the space in a way that made everything feel cozy and safe. The blankets, the hum of the heater, the gentle creaks of the RV settling into the earth, it all felt like a lullaby. And lying there, knowing that outside those thin walls was a world so quiet and beautiful, made sleep deeper than usual. It was the kind of sleep you don't get in normal life, the kind that resets you. Morning came in the softest way imaginable. No alarms, no traffic, no noise, just the warm light slowly filling the RV, the faint chirping of birds and the cool air sneaking in from a cracked window. Waking up to a sunrise in a place like this, it's something you never forget. The sky went from blue to gold in minutes, the lake glowed like it was lit from within, and the mountains emerged from the shadows like giants waking from sleep. It felt unreal all over again. Stepping outside, the ground was still cold beneath my boots. Dew covered the grass, catching the light and sparkling like tiny diamonds. The world felt fresh new, even. The kind of morning that makes you want to breathe deeper, stretch longer, and just stand still for a moment to appreciate being alive. We made coffee outside, letting the steam rise into the cool air. There's something about coffee in nature. It tastes richer, smells stronger, and hits differently. Maybe because there are no distractions. Maybe because you're actually aware of what you're drinking instead of rushing through it. Sitting there, holding a warm cup while the world unfolded around us, felt like the purest form of freedom. Packing up was slow, not because it was difficult, but because we didn't want to leave. Every glance at the landscape felt like a final memory being captured. The chairs folded, the fire pit cooled, the RV leveled back, everything put away. Each step reminded us that moments like this don't come often. You don't find places like this by accident every day. And when you do, they stay with you forever. Driving away felt like waking from a dream. The moment the RV began rolling down the dirt road, the place shifted from reality to memory. But what a memory it was. The kind that stays warm in your chest, the kind that makes you smile when you think about it, the kind that reminds you why you chased this lifestyle in the first place. Camping here felt unreal not because it was perfect, but because it was genuine, raw, simple, honest. No filters. No noise, just us, the RV, and a place that felt like it belonged to another world. If you want more moments like this, more breathtaking spots, more hidden gems, more real RV experiences, make sure you hit subscribe. Trust me, the next adventure is just getting started.